What is going on, guys? This is Kane here, and I'm with Josh today.
Hey guys.
We're just going to be bringing you a bit of a vlog PVM type video just to sort of cover and discuss a whole lot of updates slash news slash reports or whatever you want to call it. Um, just basically filling you guys in of what's been going on lately and covering a few big topics in the game currently. Um, Josh, you want to just jump in and lead off with what you've been up to lately or recently or whatever?
Uh, I don't know if you guys can see from Kane's point of view, but you may have also seen my other video showing that I got my trim back,
Stupid
which
yak's in the way.
uh,
It's
damn,
alright, I got a good view, man. I'm the cameraman.
which is great. Like I said in the video, it's been a few months, few delays here and there, but I got there because I haven't been playing a lot of EOC lately. More or less just jumping on to do ports when they're arriving. Been spending more time on '07.
We're getting
Where
right into that '07 stuff. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
we've been getting some good quests, and I mean, progress is slow to say the least,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
like, getting cash and everything, but we're getting there.
I don't
Uh,
think you or myself are the most efficient when it comes to smashing out money making and then doing all these training methods like the best way possible. We just like to
oh,
chillax a little bit and take it at our own pace.
yeah, for sure. We've definitely taken a more relaxed approach, and like, I don't think we've grinded one thing for more than an hour or two at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very much mixing and matching, which makes it fun. So you don't really get bored. You feel like doing something, you do it.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think is the biggest reason we're having so much fun on that 2007 servers because it's just so chillaxed.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess safe to say I got a bit bored of EOC. I know I've got a lot of combat to do in terms of the 500 drops from, and of course we've got kill for a bill.
Hmm.
So we're still going to get it done, but we're just you know spending a bit of time on '07, I guess get it out of the system a bit, and then we'll start
Getting back into the EOC.
splitting the time evenly
Yeah,
as opposed to uh, heavily dominating one or the other.
exactly.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much in the same boat. I've hardly played any real EOC in the past. I mean, I would even say over a week maybe. I've been doing the same thing, jumping on for ports. I've almost kind of finished as well. I've only got a few story missions to go until I'm done too, and then hopefully Josh and I can both be getting our hands on that pretty armor. But yeah, with regards to EOC over '07 or '07 over EOC, we're going to play both. It's simple as that. We're not going to favor one over the other. It's just right now we're quite into the '07 aspect of it. As you guys probably know, I got my Pathway to Pure series. I'm really loving doing that. Training up an account again is just absolutely awesome. I'm enjoying every aspect of it.
yeah, and I think once I get some of the new port armor, I'll probably be keener to get back on EOC and do some PVM.
Yeah, especially some
Oh,
high level stuff, KK and Nex and stuff.
yeah, because I mean, I don't have the bank like Kane does, so I don't have the next armors. Well, you don't have the cash for the next armor. But if I get this new, the Death Lotus and the Tetsu, I pretty much have all the scrolls for. But
Just need
uh,
those trade goods.
yeah, I've got goods for about 100 of each, so I can buy the either the plate or the legs and the helm. But I'm saving up to buy full, and once that happens, yeah, like I said, I'll probably look into doing some more EOC PVM. Be nice to have some new gear, try it out, and then do a video on that,
Absolutely.
yeah, showing you guys comparisons
Yep.
and everything like that.
Yep. Um, what have I been up to lately apart from RS? Um, not too much. I'm studying as I'm not sure if you guys do know that I'm studying actually. I'm studying psychology and philosophy and moving into sports journalism more than likely. And I think it's just because it's a real passion of mine. I think it's probably one of the best paths to go down. Something that I enjoy doing is better than doing something you don't enjoy doing, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
And other than that, I play basketball quite a bit. Probably confidently say every day of the week I'm in the gym or just at shoot around or doing something related to my basketball. So it's a big part of my life, I guess, and I have to keep staying committed to it.
Do we have anyone, like if you are a basketball fan or even play basketball, throw a comment down. I know,
Basketball pride
like I know
hashtag.
I know nothing about basketball, but say what position you play or anything. I'm sure Kane will be interested to hear.
Absolutely. If you guys are interested in what I do, I don't even know if I have a position anymore. I'm more of a combo guard between the point guard and shooting guard, but I I do what I can. I just do what I can.
Nice.
And apart from that, yeah, no, just working where I can and having fun. Just having fun.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, nice approach to take.
Absolutely.
Whereas I'm sort of doing I guess a completely different than Kane. Kane's oh, actually no, really. I've got a lot of sport going on as well. I play badminton, which is I know very Asian dominated to be fair. Uh, but yeah, I do. I play for Wellington. I assume a lot of you know that. No, Wellington's like city in New Zealand, so I play for that and do a bit of competitions here and there. But mainly, I am soon to start a new job as an accountant.
Becoming a
So,
big man.
money man. So I got my accounting degree, finished that last year, and now I'm getting into the full-time work and everything. So it's going to be a huge change. I definitely still am going to be putting out RuneScape videos. It's just going to have to be more like I guess allocate my time more efficiently.
We just have to be more organized as well.
Yeah, like we'll work on like still get videos out. I think we're aiming 4 or 5 a week, which I think personally that's it's not bad considering you know I'm working full time and Kane's got all his stuff as well. So it is just managing it. Like it can be done,
Yep,
but it's like when we jump on, we can't just bank stand for an hour
absolutely. Yeah.
and then go crap. I gotta go, and then you've got no nothing to video.
Yeah, man.
But we'll sort something out. Do what we can. Something me and Kane have been talking about is whether you guys would just like if we're just skilling or something, and you wouldn't mind like a sort of vlog type video where we just talk about random topics, just what we did during the day or something that's changed on RuneScape, just like a 5 or 10 minute video every
Yeah.
every day or two.
Like it'd be
Pretty
a lot shorter than this, but very similar setup, but usually probably solo. So it'd be just me or just Josh, and it'd be, yeah, like Josh said, 5 to 10 minutes, but just cover
yeah,
any sort of topic, really. Real life, RuneScape, changes, whatever.
yeah. Just the sort of video that you're not really meant to just sit down and watch specifically. You just have it like if you got split screen, you have it on one screen, you just listen while you're scaping yourself, and
Exactly.
just like sort of background noise, I guess,
Hmm.
as opposed to a video that you watch and pay solid attention to.
Yeah. So if you do
So yeah,
think you guys would like that, please comment below, because Josh and I will be more than keen to do something like that for you guys.
I reckon it'd be like as obviously this is as well as all the series we're doing, but
Oh,
it's just
absolutely.
just another type of video we can
Exactly.
put out if it's something you guys like the sound of.
Yeah. You guys seem to like our videos, so if you like the sound of that, we're more than happy to do that.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, moving on to some more, I guess, RuneScape-ish news. Gambling, flowering, dicing, whatever you want to call it. The removal, the defeat of. I'm not sure how we should word it, but apparently
Yeah,
it's
it's
gone.
it's a bit of a sensitive issue.
Oh, it is. It is.
And we noticed that firsthand. Like we didn't really receive
Rune plate legs.
oh nice. We didn't so much receive like a lot of comments on Kane's video about it, but in terms
I
of
think it's our
like
most disliked video.
yeah, in terms of like to dislike ratios, I think it's like 50-50 on that video.
Yeah,
And we weren't deciding whether that's people disliking because they didn't like the fact that gambling was gone, or that they just didn't like gambling at all, or they just didn't like Kane's video. So, but I think considering gambling is a bit of a hot topic and has been for a long time, it's safe to say that a lot of gambling videos can, they can create a bit of tension and
absolutely.
can get tempers flaring.
I
But yeah, it was massive for it to get
Oh yeah,
taken out.
I'm impressed with Jagex. I think the
Oh,
solution, and even if it's only temporary or they've got more things planned, the way they implemented it and the changes they made, the flowers looking the same on the ground and then changing when you actually pick them up so no one gets to see but you, I think is the best solution. There's no discontinued items out of it, such as flowers being, like green. No, there's not green flowers, but like white flowers, for example. If you couldn't get them anymore because all flowers that you planted would be red, then they'd become discontinued. And flower hosts might have bloody so many white flowers that it would just almost advantage them as well. Um, I think the way they did it was awesome. I think they implemented it perfectly, and it's a sweet idea. It's fantastic. I can't believe how well they did it. I was worried when they were going to bring it in, and I thought they were going to screw something up and something was going to go wrong. But I think they did a really good job.
I think it was also good that they sort of coincided it with the introduction of the old school servers,
Yeah,
like as in not the same time but a similar time,
yeah,
so that like '07 was a great distraction. People were getting bored of EOC. They run out of things to do. They start gambling and all that sort of stuff. But with '07, it takes a lot of people out of EOC. So it I guess it directly affects a lot less people than it would have because a lot of people are too busy playing '07. Like that's sort of the way I see it.
yeah.
Because are the flowers are they banned on '07 as well?
I'm pretty sure in EOC, whenever you plant a mithril seed, it comes up white, and then in '07, whenever you plant a mithril seed, it comes up the red, blue, and yellow
Oh
one,
yeah,
or the
yeah,
RBY, or whatever the gamblers
yeah,
call it. Um,
yeah. Because I mean I don't know whether that's just because I started '07 a bit later, so I didn't so I didn't I might have even started after flowers were taken out. So I never really saw a before and after in '07.
it was
But
bad. It was bad.
it's ridiculous now. Like, well, it's great now. I mean, that compared to how ridiculous it used to be. You go to the GE and there's just bloody flowers for Africa. They're everywhere. And now you go up and there's just nothing. It's a ballsy move because, like I said, it's a hot topic, and
Oh, it's
they
really
knew
big
that if they brought it out at the wrong time, then well, I mean they were always going to get a lot of flaming and hate for it. But having that '07 distraction was a good thing to sort of mix
Yeah,
it in with,
that's
I
true.
think.
That's true.
Yeah.
I really hope, like, this is just my idea, and I'm just gonna throw it out there, and I think I've spoken to you about it before, Josh. That I really hope they implement some kind of gambling system within the game. And I know that sounds bad because they have staking already, and if you want to gamble, stake. It's simple as that. If you want to gamble in the game, you have other people you can stake against. It's safe. It's whatever. It's fair. You can't get scammed, anything like that. But I really think they need a different kind of system. And the one I had in mind was like everyone gets their daily spins. So everyone gets, 3 spins or 2 spins or 1 spin daily, depending on what thing you're underneath. If you could get like one daily gamble, for example, like I'm not even sure what a good idea to throw out there is, but like if you had a 50% chance of winning a whip, but you had to bet 50k to get it, and then you go ahead and you bet your 50k and you either win or you don't. But either way, that GP is removed from the game, which is
Yeah.
what this game needs so badly. Like, if you
Yeah.
win, you get the whip and the item and the money's gone. If you lose, the money's just gone. I,
Yeah. Like GP. I mean, you can pretty much tell GP is cheap by all the bloody the spam you get telling you how cheap it costs for 1 mil. Like it's only been going down, and that's because there is so much GP in the game that
it's
its value is
ridiculous.
just getting less and less.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
And yeah, yeah, I remember like we have talked about this a few times that there has to be some sort of money sink.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
not necessarily like a new skill where the richest person is going to get to rank one first, but even just something like like you say, where you like RuneScape having or Jagex implementing their own form of gambling, where I mean, obviously, as gambling always is, the odds are stacked in the house's favor.
Yep, exactly.
But that's what flowering is, you know.
Hmm.
You don't think flower hosts are going to be hosting if it's a 50-50 chance, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And
Uh,
like instead of another person in the game, getting the benefit of the tilted odds, the game will benefit from less money being in the game. And it might suck for you because you might lose some GP and stuff, but overall the value of GP will be so much higher that the game will be so much more fun to play. Like your drops will be worth more, making money will be more valuable. Just it
Yeah.
needs a money sink so bad.
I just, I remember starting when it was, like I have no idea about how big the gambling scene or anything like that was when I started my account. But I remember slaying, and you get a whip. Well, I remember camping Abyssal Demons from 90 to 99 attack, and you're getting whips at 4 mil a pop. And I killed an Abyssal Demon the other day, and they're 100k now.
Which is just crazy.
It's like a 1/40th of the price. It's just, it's unreal.
And like to be fair, yeah, there's going to be a lot more people with 85 Slayer, but there's a lot more people that are going to have 70 attack and need useful whips. And even though there is so many, 100k is ridiculous. You need 85 Slayer to kill this monster,
Yeah,
and the drop it's going to give you is only 100k. Like 100k isn't even worth anywhere near as much as it used to be worth either.
yeah, not at all.
Like it's just I really hope something happens to bring in a money sink into this game because I think it'll
S-
just take off. The game will become a whole lot better really quickly too
Yeah,
because of it.
Slayer just doesn't have the Slayer. You used to be able to make a decent bit of money from Slayer. Even the Draconic Visage. That's I think you guys might have seen in some of our Kill for a Bill episodes where they're sitting in between 1 and 2 mil, which is just like that's unreal. They
Yeah,
used
it
to
is.
be 30 mil thereabouts for one.
I think so, man. I was never good enough to get one back when they were worth that much. Like I was big time noob.
Yeah, like, oh, they would have been something like that, but it's been sad to see those like things like a whip. It's been before. I guess it would have been before chaotics. They were the weapon of choice for things like Slayer,
Hmm.
and to see such an like I guess you'd call it iconic
Oh,
item
absolutely.
like plummet is a
Yeah,
bit
man.
depressing. And I mean, its value is shown in '07 where it's
How many people
worth
were trying to get there? Like people were
yeah
no lifing and like getting ill and getting sick just trying to be the first people to 85 Slayer because
because
they
they
knew the
knew that
value.
yeah
Like, oh man. Anyway, we got a little bit off topic from gambling, but
yeah
that's okay. The next thing we are going to talk about was the update we can expect in probably a couple of days, to be honest, is going to be the Wilderness Warbands. Now, I don't know too much about it, and I don't know if you know a whole lot either, Josh.
No, the extent of my knowledge is just watching the behind the scenes video.
Yep.
So yeah, nothing overly extensive.
If you guys haven't seen it, we'll link the behind the scenes video down in the description, and you guys can check it out. But it does sound kind of cool. It's the main reward I think is a new staff, which is going to be level 70 and doesn't degrade, and
There
hope
is there's a slight catch on the
a slight catch. I think it's a massive catch, but
yeah.
um, well, I don't even remember how it works. Something about when you finish off the party, like you I don't even know how you say it. It's like a raid or like a
Something like
I
you
don't even know
finish
what you
off
call it.
whatever you're doing.
The mini
Yeah,
game or the event or whatever, and you have to loot these tents, and you can gain these tokens that give you a certain amount of experience in your I think there's 5 different skills you can choose, but you also have a chance of looting the wand, the new item coming into the game. But as soon as you do that, you start flashing and you become really obvious to everyone else.
and do remember or do we haven't mentioned it, but out of everyone that's involved in the raid, only one person has the
Oh,
ability to get the wand.
yeah.
So you get the wand, everybody sees you've got the wand, everybody wants the wand, everybody kills you.
They know they can't get it by looting anymore, so they have to kill you. And it's going to be in the wilderness. It's going to be multi-combat, so
And
it's dangerous.
as soon as you loot, you're tally blocked. So the only way to get to safety is to run back.
You got to run.
So effectively, to keep the wand, you need to tank everyone's hits all the way back to
The
the wall.
wilderness wall, yeah, which is which is intense, which sounds really
Because yeah, well, it is tradable. So I'm curious to see how much it'll go for because it is only a level 70
Well,
wand.
and there already is a level 70 wand in the game, which is the thing that intrigues me the most. Like Aram's wand is level 70, and I haven't never used
Yeah.
Aram's wand, and I don't know if it degrades or not.
No, yeah, because of the book does just like Virtus wand doesn't degrade.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that
Rune
yeah, that
Scimitar, Rune Scimitar. Wish I could get a Rune Simi drop on 07 instead.
oh, be nice.
Yeah, but so like it doesn't degrade. Is it just gonna be exactly like Aram's wand, or is it gonna have like I don't know how you can change a wand. I'm not really that up to date with like wand statistics and
No, well that's why it was a bit weird to hear that it was level 70 because obviously lately we've had all the ports armor coming out, which is
that's
higher level. We've
yep,
had the automate on
gloves, yeah,
gloves,
which are level
and
85, yeah.
of course you've got the glacial boots, which are older but still level 85.
hmm
So I was under the impression that they would bring out.
And not that long ago as well, you had Drygor weapons that were level 90.
Yeah, so I sort of figured that they would bring out a higher level wand.
But
Uh, but I guess not.
level 70, we don't know. It might have some special ability that can do something
Makes it
crazy
so,
cool and
yeah.
makes it really worthwhile. Because it does sound like it's going to be pretty difficult to get. I mean, I think there's going to be multiple occasions where someone's going to loot the wand and then they'll die, and the person who then loots it from them will die, and the person who loots it from
Oh
them
yeah.
will die, and it's just
Like
going to
it
be
like honestly, it's gonna if you've got 20 people in a raid, I reckon people are gonna have to die at least. I mean, you're gonna take a few steps, and then you're gonna because people, not only the people that were in the raid, I'm sure there's gonna be PKers camping in the wildy,
yep.
knowing that these raids are going on. So as soon as the raid finishes, everybody has to come back, and PK is probably just gonna camp there and have a field day, taking everyone out,
hmm That's true.
which is gonna be like I almost feel like I want to go watch just to have a
Yeah.
laugh
Well,
because it's gonna
hopefully,
sounds eventful.
yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, as soon as it comes out, I can head up there and get you guys some footage and hopefully snag myself one of the wands. I'll I won't be risking too much, I don't think, but I hopefully I can take some
Yeah.
reasonable gear that I can survive because as we know in the EOC, armor is HP or life points, not HP. I've been playing 07 too much. Um, so yeah, hopefully I can get my hands on one early on, but we'll just have to wait and see how it goes.
Yeah, like we'll definitely do a video on it like we've been doing a lot of the recent updates. But in terms of success, obviously we can't guarantee.
Oh, absolutely, we can't, but we're gonna try our best.
But hopefully, like, is it? I don't think someone's guaranteed
No,
a
you're not
wand.
guaranteed a one drop every raid,
Yeah, okay.
but
So
if
hopefully,
someone gets one,
we'll know.
then everyone will know, and I'll be killing that dude.
Yeah.
Um, moving on from wilderness stuff, we'll jump into some 07 stuff now. Um, 2007 community, your opinions on the community so far, Josh, and how it's going?
Ah, it's been pretty good. It's a lot different being like instead of having a grand exchange, having to trade with the direct like person direct to get stuff.
The interaction is awesome. I miss that so
Yeah,
much.
it it takes you back because you just get used to you need something urgently, tally to the GE,
Yeah.
put a ridiculous offer in, get the item, get your cash back, away you go. Whereas now,
hmm
you put in an offer for too much cash, you're not getting any back. The guy will just take it. Like it's
Exactly, yeah.
and I mean, it's yeah, it's so different. I mean, it's been a long time. GE's been around a while, so you just get used to the GE, especially with not a lot of money as well. You've got to try make not a lot go a long way,
Yeah.
which is uh
I hope
like
you guys are having better progress with the money making than
I
Josh and
think
I are.
we've got a bit of cash to get by, but I wouldn't say we've got enough to just splash out and
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, if I need
it's
something desperately, I can't afford to just overpay by 50% because I need it, because that's going to cost me a lot of my bank percentage wise. Um,
it's but people seem to be pretty nice. Like, I haven't really seen a lot of trolling or spamming.
yeah,
I mean, obviously the spamming if you go to the Varrock and World 1 or 2, that's
yeah,
just Auto Talker Central. But in terms of just general chit chat between players, it seems pretty
yeah,
reasonable
it's
actually.
pretty laid back. I'm really enjoying it actually. Like, I haven't really been on that many Slayer tasks, but like seeing someone else on a Slayer task and actually just being able to chat to someone and being like, it's the person that you can talk to rather than just a bot that's also killing the same Slayer task that you are. Like, it's cool, man. It's real fun, and I think the community is. Hopefully, it stays strong. Like,
Yeah.
we all know that it is the same people that play DOC, or at least a vast percentage of it is. So we know they're the same people. We know that the community has the potential to fall into the exact same hole that the EOC community did, but we're holding strong, and hopefully, the fact that there is no GE and players are forced to interact will force players to be nicer in general to try and get those sales they want to get.
Well, plus people have something to do. Like,
Exactly.
you're starting afresh. There's lots of levels to get, lots of quests to do, items to buy.
Hmm.
Whereas in EOC, I guess people get bored. They get their pure to the stats they want, or they get max cape, or they get this, that, or the other. They buy the item they want, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to get on EOC. Whereas, on O7, you got to do a lot of grinding. You've got to put in a lot of time. So
Yeah.
people sort of instead of just sitting back, reaching their goal, and then just sitting around abusing people, they have goals to go for. Because I know, like, if I've got goals to do or something, I've got stuff to do. Like, especially in my mindset at the moment on O7, I'm a lot more relaxed.
Oh yeah, man.
So, like, yeah, so much more relaxed. And I mean, if you don't want to talk to someone, you don't have to talk to them. But yeah, I'm not seeing abuse, which is quite nice.
Yeah, no, it's good, man.
Like,
Um,
half the time I expect, like, I was doing what was the quest I was doing? Holy Grail,
yep.
and I had to kill the Black Knight Titan, and my magic was 30 something, and this thing's like a level 120, and it would not die. Like,
Rune plate legs.
and and this guy had to stand behind me and wait, and I was like, he's just gonna sit there abusing me because this is taking forever, and we're just chatting away while I was killing it. And I
People
killed it.
forming an orderly queue in RuneScape since
It
when?
it was, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's just weird. Like, usually if you're at a Slayer task, or no, what's another one? Like chins, something like chins.
Yep.
You turn up to chins and someone turns up and goes, "This is my world, get the fuck out," and
Yeah,
starts
man.
having a go at you. Like, what? Whereas
Ah,
here, this guy's like standing there waiting. I thought he might hop, but no, he just stuck around for the
that's so cool, man.
10 15 minutes it took me to kill it, and yeah, he didn't complain at all. So it was nice. It
Yeah.
was a nice change.
Another interesting thing about the community is that, like, even though there is no grand exchange, there's this website out, and I'm sure most of you have heard. I know lots of big YouTubers have already thrown out videos about it or thrown out guides on like how to use it and find it here and stuff like that. But there's this website on zybez.net or .org, or I'll find out real quick.
Uh, uh
Zybez.net,
yeah, .net.
and it's basically just a huge semi kind of grand exchange slash price guide for
Yeah,
every item in
it's like
O7.
a simplified forum
Yeah,
as well.
it's
Like a
but it's a really cool forum because your post is automatically deleted 48 hours, sorry,
yeah,
after you post it, and like it keeps everything simple, and it's like it just stands out buying or selling off it, and you search for items, and oh man, I think it's really cool, and like they've gone through such a huge effort to put this up there. So we'll leave
like I've
a
I've used it effectively.
oh yeah, same. I use it all the time. We'll leave a link in the description to that as well. So if you guys feel like you haven't used it before and want to try and use it, especially if you're interested in trying to buy or sell some items on O7, then you can possibly try it out.
Yeah, because that's another thing. I was mentioning earlier about if you want something, you just go to the GE. Without the GE, obviously, if you want to buy something that's not so common,
Hmm.
it can be a lot harder because obviously if you need to
Red berry pie. Sorry.
if you need to find someone selling a particular item that's uncommon, you need to get your timing perfect to when you're on, when they're on, and at the
Yeah.
right place.
Hmm.
Whereas with a GE, you want to buy something a bit odd, you leave an offer an overnight. There's like 12 hours for someone to come in and put it in the GE, which is handy.
Excellent.
And that's why this forum is great as well, because you don't have to dedicate. an hour to camping at World 1 Varrock, West Bank, trying to wait for someone to turn up. You just put your offer in, or see if anyone's already selling it, PM them, away you go. It's just such a good idea.
It is. It's really
And if
cool.
you guys don't know about it already, like I really hope that you put it to good use.
Yeah, it's great. Um, we'll move on to our last topic then, and it's also going to be '07 related. So sorry if you guys aren't fans of '07,
Yeah,
but
that's another thing about us playing '07 is we know there's like we've got a few people that have actually, when we were just playing EOC, we had a few people hassling us to get on '07, but I'm sure there are those that would hassle us to get back on EOC.
yeah, I've already had a couple that have told me like, you're playing '07 too much. Where's the EOC videos and
Yeah.
stuff? So we,
And we hope that you guys don't mind it too much. Like I
yep,
said earlier at the beginning of the video, we'll try get a good balance of them out to pretty much complement everyone
yep.
to keep everyone happy,
We're not trying to neglect anyone. That's never going to be our goal. We're trying to, you know,
keep the peace.
yeah, absolutely. We're gonna. Well, I still enjoy both versions of the game, so I'm gonna
Yeah, for
keep
sure.
making videos on both versions of the game. There's no reason not to.
Yeah. I'm definitely surprised at how much I've got into '07. I was a bit reluctant at the start, but I'm uh I'm actually really enjoying it. Like I'm not grinding like I think I've said this to you before, Kane. I'm not grinding like I used to
Yep,
grind skills on EOC on my main here, but I'm just having fun doing it, which is what I'm after, especially since, getting a full-time job, my game time is going to be cut down a lot, so it's nice to not have a lot of pressure to get X
absolutely.
amount of XP every day and to
Yeah.
be Mr. Efficient and all that sort of stuff. So,
hmm
yeah.
Our last topic, like I said, 2007 related. We're gonna talk about the recent content poll that happened and possibilities for the future ones which have come up. I don't actually know them, but I heard a few rumors. But we'll cover the one that happened recently, and we'll just go over what actually happened. The first question that Jagex asked us was, the Easter 2007 event is reactivated for Easter this year, yes or no? And it was 85% say yes. Now,
Yeah. Well,
I
I think
believe that Jagex came out and said that these questions need 75% positive to be put into the game, not just the majority. So if it's 51-49, it won't happen. It has to be an overwhelming majority, 75%, or
Yeah,
else
I
it
think
won't happen.
when I saw this, I looked it up. I think the reward for this event is the chicken suit.
Yeah, that's correct.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Um,
Which
I don't have a chicken suit on this account.
which is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have. I actually think I was in temporary quit mode
I don't
when.
even know if it's playing. But yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to have.
Yeah, man. Um,
Although I'm sure every man and his dog will be running around in the chicken suit though.
yeah, exactly.
So
So that's gonna be. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be coming into the game. 85%. Don't see any reason for it not to be.
yeah,
But that doesn't really affect many people. But
and
it'll
I
be
mean
fun.
it's not a one of the discontinued holiday items either.
Yeah, exactly. Bit of
Like
fun.
as yeah, it's not like the Santa events and things like
Yeah,
that where Santa hats are coming back in.
exactly.
It's a bit.
Um, this.
Oh, that's a rare table drop, Kane.
Oh, 3K.
I think 3K. Yeah.
Uh, question two was, unidentified herbs are changed to become grimy. Insert herb name. This only got 52% yes. Now, I'm actually surprised because when '07 first came out, they were grimy herbs. The herbs were grimy and you cleaned them, and then Jagex actually changed it so they would just be herbs.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people know that because I think they changed actually in the first couple of days.
Yeah, it was very early on.
hmm
Like I hadn't been on '07 when that did happen, but I heard a lot of things about that being changed back.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna have to stay the way it is because with such an even vote, 52 to
Yeah.
48.
I mean,
Um,
it's something that doesn't really bother me. Like I mean, obviously it's nice to know if you've got higher level herbs, but at the same time, it's a mystery.
it's fun.
I quite like it not knowing if I've got um, solid cash. What would you say? Like a solid amount of GP sitting in herbs. or whether they're all Guams and Marintools or Terramins that no one wants.
Yeah. I
But
think the unfortunate
like
side of it is there is a bit of scamming. Like people try and suss out which ones they try and sell, so you can sell the
yeah,
identified, unidentified version for a bit more and stuff like that, which is unfortunate. But there's ways around it, and just
and
buy.
it is part of '07.
Exactly,
It's
that's the
just
way it was. So,
yeah. I mean,
um,
there's a lot of other uh, game changes that have been made since '07 that have made the game better, and I wouldn't say unidentified herbs is
yeah,
a major concern and shouldn't really be focused on. I
yeah.
don't think.
Question three was a command is added to toggle the visibility of roofs on and off. This got
Oh,
88% yes,
oh,
and I don't know if you know, Josh, because that's actually currently in '07. Did you
what
know
do you
you can
mean?
do that?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you can do that in '07,
Yep, good.
and that's why it annoys me so much. And wait, it's in '07
Yeah,
or
it's in
EOC?
'07 now. They brought it out. It's
Oh,
been released.
oh, was that in the update with the enter to log in?
No, it was after that.
Oh, so it's very, very
It
recent.
happened yesterday. You have to type
Oh,
in. You have to type toggle roofs.
oh, I've got to do that, man.
Enter
Because
like that. I think.
okay, I'll get on to that because that has been something that I hate. Like I get, I've never liked the old roofs on houses.
Oh, it's so annoying, dude.
It's
Can't
a
even click into a
pain.
building. You have to like actually find a way to get your mouse through the door.
Or clicking on the mini map and stuff, it just
Oh
gets
yeah.
just a pain in the
So
ass
I'm so
to be
glad
honest.
that got
Yeah,
88% and it's in. Um,
yeah,
question
that's good.
four, which is now currently in the game as well. On the login screen, pressing the enter key initiates the login attempt. I don't know how many times I've typed in my username and password,
Oh,
pressed enter, and then went to have a drink and sat there and wait and just look at my screen like, why am I not logged in?
yeah.
What am I
It's
doing?
just like because I mean EOC for it's the same thing. For years you get used to it. You just
Yep,
username, password, enter, bang, you're in. Whereas this one, username, password, enter, you back up to your username.
yep. Yeah,
So,
it's annoying, but thank goodness they
oh,
fixed it.
yeah,
That's a good thing. That got 83%. Yes, I
yeah,
don't know why
that,
people would vote against that, but okay.
yeah, that's good.
This
I'm
is
glad that.
another important one as well. Question 5. Pressing the tab key starts a
Oh,
reply to your last incoming private message.
dude, that is another thing. Same again, same issue. Used to EOC, someone PMs you, tab, type, enter.
I know.
So often, someone PMs me on '07, tab, type, enter, and it's in public. And I'm looking there going, now I'm looking like a tosser talking to someone that's not with me. And then I got to retype what I wrote. So
Absolutely, man.
it's
I
such,
I just imagine all these people sitting at their computers giving me the weirdest looks like, what the hell is he talking about?
especially
Because
some of the seedy messages I receive from people. It's a bit
not from me, I
yeah.
hope, man. I'm a
Oh,
PG rated human being.
moving on.
Won't go there.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's currently in the game as well. That got 87% voted yes.
yeah,
Question six, which is related to the previous one, right click on a private message to start replying to it. I think that was necessary too, because if you have
yeah,
two people messaging you at once and you
yeah,
want to reply to the first one, you can't just press tab. So instead of having to go into your friends list, you can just right click on it.
yeah. Because it used to just have add friend and remove friend or
Yeah,
something,
which is
something like that.
stupid, but
It was yeah, it
yeah,
was really annoying. Uh, but yeah, a lot of these things they're not like I mean it's different if they go along and go we're going to do a huge graphical rework to '07 or we're going to
yeah,
bring it. Like I know they was thinking about God Wars, but in terms of these are not big game updates. These are like even these are just patches if anything,
exactly.
and they make the game
So much easier and
easier.
better to
Just
play.
yeah, like without taking anything away. They don't take anything away from '07.
Hmm.
Uh, the training wise and things like that. It's yeah, it's I love it. So glad that they've brought them back in. Keeps my keeps the heart rate down as well because like tension builds up and I just get pissed off with some of these like over petty stuff as well.
We'll move on to the next one, question seven. So there's this one, then two to go. Um, this one only got 70% yes, so I'm not sure whether it'll be in or not. But it's kind of a weird question. It reads a few quotation marks free worlds are made available so PKers can fight with free-to-play gear limits. Note, membership will still be required. I think
Yeah,
this
that one.
means that like it's just gonna bring back free world PKing because I know a lot of people used to just like having 40 attack pures, but if you go and do that now, there's no reason someone won't just switch into a dragon dagger and kill you.
Yeah,
There's no restriction on using members gear or free to play gear.
yeah. It sounded when I think when we were talking about this the first time, I was sort of a bit like,
What?
what? I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not a PKer at all, but it just sounded weird.
yeah.
But so what was the voting on that? Sorry,
70% say yes, 30% say no.
I think I think I've got to say a lot of 30 are probably like, I'm just going to vote no because I don't know what it means.
You're
Uh,
probably right, to be honest. In all honesty, I think you might be right. But like,
or that
that's the
or
kind of
they're not
thing.
PKs.
Yeah, true. That's the kind of thing though that I feel as though you can vote for, and if you don't want it, it's not going to affect you anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, it might make the wilderness a little bit smaller in the members worlds because there might be a handful of people that go over to these free-to-play type PKing worlds, but a lot of people are playing O7 to PK again. The wilderness is going to be stacked. Like, there's going
yeah,
to be a lot of people, myself included, when my pure is ready, are going to be in the wilderness a lot. You know, trying to get PKing, trying to do those old school kills that are so awesome and just rain nostalgia back. And it's just, it. I just don't see the point in saying no to that question.
yeah,
Oh, anyway. Um, we'll move on to the next ones. Just get them down quickly. Question 8 was your run mode setting is remembered across logins. So if you were running and then you logged out when you logged back in, you would
yeah,
still have run activated. That was 83% yes, and I don't think that really changes anything, to be honest.
yeah.
That
It is same again. It's just those small little updates, and it does like because I do notice when you log on in EOC, you're pretty much set to run all the time,
Yep.
assuming you're running before you logged off. And yeah, in O7, obviously, when you log on, I don't know if like I definitely notice it, but you click somewhere and you start walking.
Yeah. Which
So it's
it sounds
it,
really petty, like we said earlier,
it is. They're tiny, like
but it
really
annoys
small
me.
updates.
It annoys me still. Like I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, you're meant to be running. Ah. But regardless,
Uh,
that got 83% yes.
yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's in the game currently, but
I yeah, I'm not sure either.
we'll have to check back on that one.
God, I do feel quite pathetic arguing about some of these small things, but you
Yeah,
know,
but like you said though, man, it builds the tension and you just get angry over the small things
it's
because
just stupid stuff to get angry over, but it happens.
the final question, or the question Jagex asked us, was left click on bank booths for direct access to your bank. And this received 81% yes and is currently in the O7 game. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I was sick of
'Cause,
having to right click the bank booth,
yeah.
which
It's
sounds petty again. One
yeah.
extra click, but oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah, because instinctively to usually to click something, left click.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just those small little things to help make the game like playing the game a bit
Yeah,
smoother.
just run a whole lot simpler and nicer and just easy going.
Yeah.
Just helps a lot.
Are there any other similar things like this that you can think of that you'd like to see brought in?
Um,
That may be in future polls?
that's a really good question. You put me on the spot. Um,
Because I've been trying to think of one, and I mean, if I go when I jump on O7, there might be something that I noticed, but at the moment, it was like the stuff in the poll was more what I like the enter to login. Like I'm quite impressed they came up with those in
yeah,
the first poll
yeah,
because those were the things they pretty much hit the nail on the head with what I was um, hoping they would bring back in.
exactly, man.
And now, yeah, nothing's really coming to mind. So
Um,
it'll be interesting to see what they do put in the next poll.
I think O7 could use a good ability bar. Um, I'm just kidding, of course. I would never want that.
I was like, I
Well,
hope I don't have to agree with this.
nah, man, I'm just playing. Nothing really jumps out at me, but I did hear that in the next content, thing. I might quickly try and find something. Josh, make some conversation while I look for it.
Um,
You're not very good at it.
oh God, once again you put me on the spot. I was thinking the only other thing, one thing that I it does get annoying, but once again this is more about what '07 is like with not having like having to. Oh, my familiar's about to go. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh, I'll just spam eat some stuff. Not being able to check your health unless you go into your
Yes,
stats.
true.
Um, like I don't know whether they'll do anything about it because obviously that is '07.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm not sure. Like I don't go on the old school forums, so I don't know if people have been complaining about it or asking for it back. And another thing I know, I think it was more PKs though, that there's no quick, um, like no to, function key to get to your inventory. I
Yeah,
think.
they actually, I'm pretty sure they brought it in. It's escape. If you press the
Oh,
escape
escape.
key, now it takes you
Ah,
to your
okay.
inventory, because I think that's the
Because
way it
yeah.
used to be in '07.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because I know obviously F1 on EOC gets your inventory up,
Yep,
but I think F1 on '07 gets your combat styles or whatever you want to
I
call
think
it.
so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
The
Yeah, don't know what you want
the
to call
cross
it, but
swords combat tab.
yeah, yeah, that's the one. So,
Um, just reading up some stuff about the next poll that's going to be coming out. I have no idea when it will be released and when they'll be bringing out the questions for it when we can vote. Hopefully, it's every few weeks. I think they mentioned a long time ago that it'd be every few weeks or monthly or something like that. But a few things they said they were going to cover was or were improved route finding for the Americans out there.
oh, that's a point.
Just I'm so sick of clicking somewhere and running back about 75 times before I actually get to the bank and then realize I'm now out of energy because I
Yeah,
ran back
that
and forth.
like I had someone following me like just before we jumped on here. I was going from Cami down to Catherby, and he's following me, and I'm taking this guy everywhere but Catherby, unintentionally, because you click like close to the bank, and you're going down, and then you go left, right, zigzag, and this guy's probably thinking I'm trying to lose him, like get rid of him, and it's just ridiculous. Like I can't believe it. And like Kane said, you run. You run a few squares across the screen and you've lost all your run energy because you've gone in circles, you've
Oh,
fucking
exactly.
backtracked and everything.
It's ridiculous.
You're all over the show. It's
Um, the next thing they said was bringing in a themed world list so that they would actually bring back the list of worlds rather than just the little icons and tell you what
um
worlds are used for which. I'm so about that. I don't really mind.
I think for things like a PKing world, like I mean people know World One is for like a lot of it is people already know
Yeah.
like World One for trading things like that. But if it gets to the point of EOC where you've got role playing world, fishing trawler world,
Yeah.
other dead content world, like Varric West Bank
West
dancing
Spank. Did you just
world,
say
and
West Spank?
I didn't say bank, so probably. Um, like honestly, just like dancing worlds, just it's just
Yeah,
ridiculous
it is
stuff.
crazy.
Um, like, cause I know in EOC you go to choose a world and you're like,
Yeah.
God, I feel like a fag hopping into some of these worlds. It's, like I hope
Oh
I'm not
man.
expected to like jump in and go to fishing trawler because I actually
Someone's gonna
remember,
find you at the bank and be like, "Why aren't you at fishing trawler? This is a
yeah,
fishing trawler world."
the game's starting in 5 minutes. Like when I was trying to get the shark tooth necklace, I'm like, oh, I'll give the fishing trawler world a go. And you go there and it's dead, and you go, why? So, but it says there's 116 people in this world. It's like, well, they sure as shit ain't doing fishing trawler.
Oh, that's so good, man.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I'm so about that. I'm not gonna be fussed if they bring it in or
yeah,
not.
doesn't bother me. I think we just chose a random world and we tend to go to it, and if we have to trade someone, we hop over. It's no real big deal.
The free world PKing situation will be addressed again in the next poll. They're going to do it again, and they're going to explain it
Huh.
a bit in a bit more detail so people understand.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That's a good idea. The fourth thing they're going to put in the next poll is stopping agility bottlenecks. Um,
Oh, that's a
I've
because
seen some pretty funny raging videos of people trying to get through that pipe in
yeah,
the gnome
at no,
stronghold.
yeah, that's terrible.
That is
That's shocking.
hilarious, though. I'm voting no, just so I can still watch people suffer. No,
It is, yeah.
I
Uh,
would vote for it. I have to train agility still, so I would not want there to be those stupid bottlenecks around. So I would vote to get rid of those because I think it just makes agility already sucks. So anything to make agility a more pleasurable
oh,
experience.
too right. Like it's bad enough and slow enough as it is without having to wait in line to get through the pipe.
Exactly.
Especially, and it's like rubbing salt into the wound because you get most of your XP after going through that pipe and finishing the lap.
Exactly.
So it's like if you go back to the start and go, oh, screw the pipe, let's just start again, you're going to get like minimal XP. It's
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I think they'll bring that in. I think that'll be a popular thing to bring in.
yeah, definitely.
The fifth thing, and I know you'll be a fan of this, the mouse
Oh,
camera, allowing the camera to be rotated by holding down the scroll wheel and dragging.
yep. I never. I'm when it came out in EOC. I never really. Sorry, when I say EOC, I know it came out before EOC, but I mean like this game. Um, when it came out in EOC, it was. I never really used it, and I don't know when I started using it, but all I know is I use it all the time
You
now.
only notice how much you use it once you go play
Yeah.
'07 for the first time.
Actually, I think it's when abilities came out because originally, before ability bar, like with dungeoneering and things, I would have my left hand would be on the arrow keys,
Hmm.
controlling
The
the
camera.
script,
Yep.
like the camera, and obviously right hand on the mouse. Whereas with abilities, uh, left hand's up on my ability hotkeys.
Yep. So there's
So
nothing near the arrow keys anymore. So
yeah, so being able to use the scroll, like clicking the scroll button,
yeah, man. I
to
think
use the camera, it's just great, like amazing.
just as like scapers, I think we just evolved to the point where we use the scroll wheel to move our camera around, and I was the same. I didn't realize how much I used it until I jumped into '07 for the first time, and I was clicking
Yeah,
everywhere, and the camera wasn't moving, and I was
yeah.
crapping myself because I didn't know what was going on.
It is just one of those things you get used to and almost take for granted,
Yeah, exactly.
and then you jump in where it's not around, and that's when it hits you.
Yeah. The
It's the
oh, sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say it's like you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
The final thing that's going to be in the next poll is going to be login queues. So you can still join the
Ah,
login screen for a world if it's full, and you
yeah.
can put in your information, press enter to log in, and you get placed in the queue. And as soon as you get to number one, and someone leaves the world, you jump in and take their place. And
That's not. Yeah, that's not bad actually, because I think you told me the tip
of how
to
to get into World One
like,
easily and stuff.
yeah, like if you guys didn't know, um, when you go to a world and old school, it'll have like in the address bar, it'll have old school one or something like that,
Yeah,
which is world one. So if you want to, getting into world one is obviously hard because it's full a lot of the time. So if you're an old school 10, just take the zero out, press enter, and it'll take you to the login screen for world one.
which is a really
Um,
neat trick if you couldn't get
it,
World One to load
it,
the
it
normal
is
way.
it is unbelievably handy because otherwise you've just got to. I think if you're in the world screen, you've just got to keep refreshing, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. Or I think even if you just go out and if you click cancel at the top right and then
Oh, okay.
load it up again, it does refresh every
But yeah,
few times.
it's definitely more of a process
Yeah,
than it used to be.
exactly.
Well, yeah, than EOC. I mean,
Yep. Um, that's the final thing for the next poll, but also down here it says for future content that possibly will be brought into polls. The big one, straight off the bat, God Wars Dungeon?
yeah. Um, there's something I was actually gonna.
Did we
I was
just
thinking
get
about that. I was thinking about that today.
376 coins from the boss?
Yeah, scammed. Another rare drop table, I think. There's something I was thinking about today about the God Wars. About if they brought it in, that would mean they'd have to bring in something else, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, man. I'll quickly
Oh,
cover
yeah,
these future things.
I don't know. Yeah,
The God Wars Dungeon is possible. The Varrock Achievement Diary is possible.
yeah, that would be, yeah, an achievement diary would be
It's
nice.
handy, yep. the Land of the Goblins quest for the penultimate Xanax story.
Sure. It
Uh,
doesn't.
Path of, you're gonna have to try and correct my
It's
pronunciation.
Gloffrey or something.
Glofrey, yep, Glofrey, the Path of Glofrey,
Something like that.
including its Slayer creatures, whatever they are, and the
Okay.
ZMI altar.
That's a big one.
That is huge. I know there's quite a
That,
few people out there that are competing for runecrafting position and runecrafting rank and XP and stuff. And ZMI altar back in the day was the best way to train runecrafting. So bringing that out gives an option for people to go.
fastest way.
Oh yeah, not the best way. Sorry, the fastest way. Um,
Yeah.
that bringing that out will give people the option to train for XP or for GP. You know.
That'd be really interesting.
So yeah, that's a few things to look out for. But I think we should wrap up this video. It has been quite a long one. I hope you guys enjoy long videos. If you do, please let us know. And if you don't, please still comment below and let us know. You can dislike the video if you want. If that's your way of letting us know you didn't like the long video, feel free to do that. But please, if you're going to dislike, leave a comment about why you disliked, because just leaving a dislike
And
doesn't help us.
let us, yeah, like if you let us or give us a comment saying you reached this point, because kudos to you,
If
man.
you
Like,
watch the whole thing, then you are in
thank you.
Josh and my cool books. You can be a cool Duke. Um,
Oh, that would be awesome.
yep, absolutely. All right, guys.
Good job. Sweet
We'll
as.
wrap it up there. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you watched all the way through, yeah, remember to comment. And we asked you a few times to comment through the video, so please hit us up with a comment and let us know. And cheers for watching.
Sweet,
And we'll see you guys again soon.
sweet as, guys. Take care.
Peace.